Howdy folks, I'm Pretty Pegasus, pitifully pandering to pantomiming pandas.
I'm Amber.
And here are more pantomiming pandas for us to pander to, but can you blame us? They're adorable. So let's get started. Alright folks, and our first letter is titled, Am I a Jerk for Cheating at an Eating Competition? So our local restaurant has really good wings and was hosting a red hot pepper eating competition recently, with a bunch of coupons for free wings on the line. I have a weird genetic quirk where my body doesn't register capsaicin normally, so my spice tolerance levels are way higher than normal. So I entered the competition and I won the coupons, but my friends are now telling me that I cheated and I should have let normal people compete to get the wings. So Reddit, am I the jerk for competing? The wings are so good though. And edit. Thank you guys. I guess the consensus is that the chicken wing gods blessed me and that my friends are just jelly. I now have to embark on the holy pilgrimage to all hot pepper contests in the Fire Nation to conquer them all. Wish me luck. Edit 2, since so many people asked, no, it doesn't hurt throughout the whole body, nor on the way out. All right, folks, what do you think?
No, not the jerk. I mean, it does sound like the friends are just jealous. And, you know, the contest was open to everyone, it sounds like. It sounds like they didn't make any specific caveats.
Yeah.
Everyone has different set of gifts. It's not like, if you're an athlete and because athletes, have physical advantages over the average person. It's not like you're not going to be able to compete in a race because you have like whatever right genetics you need to be a really good runner or whatnot.
Yeah, well, and the thing is that, yeah, somebody's always going to have some kind of advantage to you in some kind of contest, right? And that's just the reality of life sometimes, right? But even with that, if people train and people work hard, then they have a chance at beating people who have, genetics that might be in favor of a certain situation. And that's part of what makes a competition a good competition. Now, for some notes, the friends entered this contest. This is the friends who are complaining about this are the ones who entered, and so they're upset because they didn't win the contest, right? And I think that holds a lot of water in this particular instance because, if they are just jealous, then they aren't really reliable in this particular case, right? Now, if the contest had specifically told people who have this genetic modification that they couldn't enter, then I could see that OP lying about it and entering would be wrong. Though I do think that would still be a pretty ridiculous, thing to put a limitation on, right? But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. But folks, let's see what the Wheel of Judgment has to say. Wheel of Judgment, turn, turn, turn. Tell us the judgment that OP's earned. You're the jerk and you should apologize to humanity.
Apparently the wheel was also in the contest.
The wheel is being spicy today.
Yeah.
All right, folks, and our next letter is titled, I'm a 27-year-old male, and I compared my girlfriend, a 30-year-old female, to a lizard to boost her morale and self-esteem. But she's mad at me. What do I do now? So my girlfriend was getting ready for the office, and I said, wow, you look so pretty today. She said, nah, I'm looking like a double-decker bus. She felt fat. So I thought about something that I could compare her to that wasn't another woman, but would be structurally and somewhat near standard body types. So I compared her to a canoe, but she looked weird at me. I thought that I shouldn't have compared her to an inanimate object. Then I went ahead and told her that you're looking like a cicala, a lizard today, because that's the only animal that I could think of which I haven't seen in a fat state. Well, if I thought more, maybe I would have come up with something better, like a snake or something, but it was a conversation. I tried to explain my thought process, but she's not ready to listen to me, and said that I should go talk to a lizard if I like them so much. I mean, I'm definitely not into lizards, I just said that as a logical conclusion. So now she thinks that I have some kind of weird fantasy or kink, or that I just straight up insulted her. How do I handle this situation? All right, folks, what do you think?
I mean, I think OP will need to give his girlfriend some time to cool off first, and then can try and approach this and explain his train of thought and hope that she comes to understand it. I mean, OP, The next time you want to compliment your girlfriend, maybe focus on the things you like, the features you like about her, and reaffirm that she's beautiful in your eyes. Um, Although, like, I understand not wanting to compare her to other women, but she probably would have found a comparison to, specific celebrities a lot more flattering than a canoe or a lizard.
Well, I get where he was coming from, right? Because she's like, oh, I'm a double-decker bus. And so he's like, no, 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 you're not a double-decker bus. You're a canoe, right? And like canoes, I get it. Like they glide along the water. They're kind of like fast and stealth and stuff like that. So, I mean, I think compared to a double-decker bus, that's like a more flattering type of thing, right? I'm going to dig myself into a hole here, and I'm going to stand and dig. This is my hill to die on. I don't think that it was that bad of a comparison. In comparing her to a lizard, I mean, there are probably better animals to compare her to, like a cheetah or any number of things. I don't know. He was trying to be nice, and I think that she just was looking for a fight to pick in some ways. But I do understand her maybe being a little insulted, like the lizard one, right? But I don't know. I think that OP had the most wholesome intentions here.
I mean, I get what Opie was thinking, but again, like, who wants to be compared to a lizard?
Well, if you're a lizard fan, you might. I wouldn't mind being compared to a turtle. Brian's a turtle. But then again, I like turtles.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any animal I want to be compared to. Or any mode of transportation either, for that the record.
Yeah. You're a peacock. You got pretty feathers. I don't know. Maybe you're a turkey.
Maybe I'm a turkey vulture.
Maybe you're a turkey vulture.
No, they have creepy heads. I don't like them.
Well, I know we're getting a little off topic here, but I just don't think that it was all that bad. And maybe he can apologize to her and make a card or something like that, but just don't make the card with her being like a lizard is all.
Down below, tell everyone what animal you think Brian is.
Yes, please tell me what animal I am. Make it as flattering as possible. And To the Moon and Back says, this was hilarious and your response defending your thoughts was hilarious. How to fix. Flowers, gift, and apologize. I'm sorry. I'm a man who has 2 brain cells that I rubbed together this morning, and instead of complimenting you as my intention, I turned it into some weird animalistic insult, and I'm an idiot, and I'm sorry. Do not add anything else. You can absolutely compliment her again with, you look lovely. That's what I should have said. You could wear a potato sack, and I would still think that you're just as lovely. Because to me, you're the best looking woman in the world, and there are no other comparisons. But then I see you tripping over your tongue and making it into another weird insult. You're not suave enough to pull it off. Oh, that's mean. That's a little mean. I mean, that would have been a good response, yes, but a little mean that this person said that way. And OP replies, nah, that potato sack bit is a bit risky. And Art Needs More Floof says, wow, I'm impressed, OP, that your brain went to a place that I would never imagine going for a compliment. Twice. Kayaks may have been the better choice than canoes, but a canoe is a better choice than a paddleboard, but I highly recommend to never compare your girlfriend to watercraft or any other form of transportation again. Also, never compare your girlfriend to a snake. Personally, after the initial what in the world moment, I would have found it hysterically funny because both a canoe, a chip caddy comparison to be so out in left field that the opposite of romantic, but everyone reacts differently. What I suggest is that the next time you see your girlfriend, you start with something like, I'm sorry I hurt your feelings. When you said that you felt like a double-decker bus, all I could think about was finding a comparison to show you how lithe and graceful that I find you. Clearly, I'm not very good at spur-of-the-moment compliments, so I have been doing some research on better comparisons for compliments, and I would like to run some by you for opinions on what you think works better. Should I drop the animal analogs altogether or stick with the classic gazelles, cheetahs, or otters? And OP replies, oh yeah, cheetahs. Thanks, man. It's very sad that I had to literally think for an animal that I've never seen as fat. Most zoo animals that are not being taken care of become fat, And all of this wouldn't have happened without a human. We've literally become unhealthy and forced large amounts of animals become unhealthy too by feeding them stuff and keeping them in enclosures. Alright folks, and our next letter is titled, I got exposed about what I really wear during my period by my husband. I live the life of a simple housewife. Like many women, I struggle every month with my cycle, but my problem has been unusually heavy flow. No matter how large the sanitary pad was, there were always chances of leakage, and I lived in constant fear of staining my clothes or bed sheets. After years of trial and error, I quietly switched to wearing adult diapers during these days. It wasn't glamorous, but it gave me peace of mind. This became my little secret, and I used to hide the packets deep inside the cupboard, making sure that my husband never noticed. I was too shy to share it with him after all, because which husband would want to know that his wife wears diapers for her period? One night, while I was on my cycle, he came close to me, and I gently refused, saying that I wasn't comfortable because of those days. But he was in a playful mood and teased me, and slowly lifted the edge of my skirt. Before I couldn't stop him, he discovered my secret. Instead of a normal pad, he saw me wearing bulky diapers. My face burned with shame, and I couldn't even look him in the eyes. I expected him to be shocked or even upset, and he did laugh, but not in a cruel way, but out of surprise. For a moment, I wanted to cry, but then he held my hand and said, "Silly, why were you hiding this from me? If this keeps you comfortable, then there's nothing wrong." Now, a few days later, to my shock, he himself brought home a packet of diapers for me. He smiled and said, "Now you don't need to stress at all. Your comfort matters the most." What I once thought was my biggest embarrassment turned into something that brought us closer. Instead of hiding, I now feel accepted and supported. All right, folks, what do you think of this one?
I mean, I think it's really nice that OP's husband was so supportive and was able to turn something that she was very concerned and embarrassed about into something that she now feels supported in.
Yeah, I mean that's really what this my feeling on this one is too. I think that this is I actually think that he knew. Like, I don't think that she was hiding it that well from him, and I think when he saw that she was wearing that and how embarrassed she was, that he was just like, "Oh, were you actually hiding this from me? I didn't know you were actually trying to hide this from me," right? Um, that's the kind of vibe I get, and maybe I'm wrong here, maybe I'm misreading into his reaction, but either way, he seems like a really nice and supportive partner, and I mean, I think that that's good. Some women have very heavy flows, and it can be really difficult for them to not bleed through things, and it sounds like she was just, tired of bleeding through things and having to clean and whatnot, and diapers were a better option for her in that respect, right? I did read in some of the comments, people talking about about women period underwear, and period underwear apparently some people have luck with for not bleeding through. But I do know that they can still bleed through and whatnot, so.
Yeah. Well, I mean, there's a lot of different options, and different things will work for different people. And the more awareness there is around different options, the better.
Oh, yeah. But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. All right, folks, and our last letter is titled, I found out that my husband brags about me to his friends. My husband still chats with his old high school and college buddies online. The other day, he was gaming with one of them and stepped away, and I made small talk with his friend. Out of nowhere, he asked me about a project that I've been working on. I was confused about how he even knew. He laughed and said that my husband is always talking about me, my cooking, my projects, just everything I do. Apparently it shocks them because my husband is usually sarcastic and only gives backhanded compliments to everyone else except for me. Well, we've been married for 10 years, and somehow I love him even more now. All right, folks, what do you think of that?
Oh, that's so wholesome. I'm glad that OP's husband is building her up.
Well, and that's an important thing in relationships, right? Like, you want to have a partner that actually builds you up and doesn't tear you down and, doesn't treat you badly. And so I'm glad that OP has a husband like that. But let me know what you folks think. So anyhow, take care and good luck. All right, folks, it is tea time. Grab your beverages of choice. I've got some tea right here, and Amber, she has a joke.
Why did the sorceress attend the picnic?
Well, I can tell you exactly why the sorceress attended the picnic. It's because she accidentally made some vampiric vegetables, and these vampiric vegetables have gotten loose and have been telling everyone to let us in. And so they have been running amok and causing trouble. And so the sorceress thought this would be a great time to put an end to this nonsense. And so they made themselves a fruit salad or a vegetable salad, a salad. That's a vegetable salad. It's just a salad.
Because she was a sandwich. And
Apparently, the vegetables got their revenge on her.
and it's National Eat a Hoagie Day. And it's also National Cream-Filled Donut Day and
Ooh.
National Coloring Day.
So go find yourself a hoagie and chop up a cream-filled donut and put it in it.
No,
and
no,
that way
no.
you
The
can...
cream-filled donut is for dessert.
Okay, well, you can have both separately. You don't have to eat them all at the same time. And I have Earl Grey. All right, folks, that's all the time we have for today. Thank you so much for watching. Happy special Sunday, folks. And you know what makes it special? You do, and Amber does too, and all of the guests, all of the stories that we had today that were wholesome makes it special as well.
And Brian does too.
Amber, we need some kind of moral advice and or guidance, and please have it wholesome.
Instead of tearing your partner down, lift them up.
But thanks so much for watching, and we'll see you all tomorrow.
Bye.